hitting it. You know that's going to go up to Cooperstown, along with the pitching mound as well. First combined no-hitter in the Phillies franchise history. Our AT&T Uverse Rapid Rewind. What is it, Paul?
Well, let's talk about Jason Hayward. Something good today. How about the 2 steals in the first inning? He gets tapped because of the power, as not always being that home leadoff hitter. Here he steals third base on the double steal. And then he would steal another base in the 3rd inning. This is off Cole Hamels, who has a pretty darn good pickoff move, who some think is a balk, including Terry Pendleton and myself. So it really shows you that he's kind of coming into his own in that leadoff role. Doesn't mean he has to stay there, but it means he's very serviceable and can get the job done there.
Came into the game, 14 steals on the season, 3 more today.
Yes.
He was off and running. Got to keep him in that leadoff spot. All right, it was a case which the Braves had a couple of opportunities, but it was too much Cole Hamels, too much Phillies pitching. Here now, Freddie Gonzalez, his press conference brought to you by Ford.
Well, you know what? What do you went up walking 5 total? I mean, he wasn't sharp. He wasn't his Cole Hamels self, and I don't know if that worked for him. You know, that he wasn't as sharp as he has been, but he walked 5. We, into the 7th inning, it's a 2-0 game, and you feel like, okay, we got a chance here. And then that 7th inning, they got 3 runs, and then they were able to add on after the game, after that inning. But CJ had a good at bat. Marlon Byrd made a nice play, diving play there, but could have scored 2 runs. And but yeah, I thought Cole was. I thought we had good at bats. He wasn't as sharp as we've seen him. I mean, we've seen him go 100 pitches, go 9-inning complete game, and I think we got him out of there in the 6th with 100 plus. So, but we they no hit us. We got no hits. We had some opportunities. We had some people on base. We didn't cash in.
Were you surprised they went to Papelbon in a non-save situation?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, he hadn't pitched. I think he's pitched 1 time in the last 6 days or something. I think I saw in our report. So no, not at all, whatsoever.
Guys like Beekman and Giles are awfully tough as well. That those bullmen.
Well, that's their MO. They get a lead, and if their starters go deep in the ball game, they could run. They could even run Bastardo out there and then give the ball to Papelbon. But we've played 3 games and scored 1 run in 3 games and won one of those games. So go back out there tomorrow and start swinging the bats.
You had that 5-game winning streak where you looked like you got some things going offensively. How much of a step back has this been, or has it been surprising to you that the offense is?
No, if you look at some of those guys, the guys they've thrown on us, it's a pretty good group of guys, starters, and both teams, if they get the lead, they got a chance to run a pretty good bullpen at you. But it's a game. Our game of baseball is kind of funny. You feel like you're in good stride, and all of a sudden you go through a stretch of 1 run in 27 innings, and lucky enough to win one of those 3 games.
Well, Julio's been so good at home. Today was obviously the exception to the rule. Can you talk a little bit about what you saw there from him?
I saw Julio battle. I saw him compete against a guy who was throwing a no-hitter and throwing a shutout against him, and he gave up 2 runs, gave up 1 early on a sac fly, and he battled. And again, that inning started, and we just couldn't get him out of there. And if he goes 1, 2, 3 in that 7th inning, and all of a sudden it's a 2-run game, it's a different game. But they were able to put a quicker number there.
Beer's triple hard hit, or did Jason have some trouble in the sun with that too?
No, I think that ball split the gap. I think the ball just split the gap there with off of Julio. Yeah, I think that ball split the gap, but it's about as perfect as you could have it done.
You guys seem pretty aggressive on the base paths, especially early.
Well, we sold Jason had 3 solds, and Bonnie came back as a trail runner. But we had people on base early on in the game.
Was Justin okay?
Yeah. I just score what it was, and get Costanza in there, down the road, maybe a guy pitch and get him a bat. If we would have extended that inning there, Pena was on deck for Simmons, try to get him a bat. So yeah, as far as health-wise.
You got your call-ups into the game late in a situation where you know what they